Hey friends, Scott Smith at the Smith team at Keller Williams. Want to share with you some insights on something that hopefully you never have to encounter. With all of the fires and the hurricanes, the flooding, the blizzards, do you have a family emergency plan? My wife and I were talking about this yesterday, watching the horrific stories about all the fires in California. And we talked about what do we have, if we had to leave our house in an hour, what would we take? So I thought I'd just share with you some insights on what is maybe 5 things that would be helpful for you to at least have a conversation with your loved ones and family about how you would exit in case of an emergency or a natural disaster. So the first thing I wanted to share with you, obviously, just have a family plan. What does that look like? Talk to your family, that everyone that's in your household, even if your parents don't live with you or are nearby, what is their plan? Make sure you share that with them, because if they've got a emergency on their side of town, unfortunately, maybe if they have a fire in their house or a flood, they have to evacuate. Where would they go? How would they get a hold of you? So the first thing is have that family plan in place. Just have a conversation around it. The second thing I wanted to share with you is, what about if do you have any supplies that you would maybe need? If you got snowed in, we're in Minnesota. It's happened before. If there was some road closures, you would have to be snowed into your home for a couple days. Do you have enough supplies handy? Maybe if there's a power outage, do you have a backup generator ready to go? Do you have some camp stoves that you maybe could heat your home with or cook some food with? Some of those things just to consider as maybe an emergency would happen. The third thing I wanted to share with you is, if you had to evacuate, think of those people in California. They had minutes, an hour at best, to evacuate their home. What would you take with you? My wife and I talked, most of our family photos would be the most important things for us. And we would, most of those are actually digital, but we do have some old family heirloom photos that we would want to take with. Some of those identity things, passports, driver's licenses. Most of the stuff is digital, but some of those family heirlooms are really important. If we had to grab stuff and get out of the house, do we have a go bag ready to go? Where would we put all that stuff? And probably a change of clothes, because you never know how long you're going to be gone. And then grabbing the pets, making sure that the pets are coming with you, and rescuing them and getting them out of the house and out of harm's way. The fourth thing I wanted to share with you is just some home safety tips. And if you think about, the most common instances that unfortunately people encounter in emergency, it's usually a house fire. And unfortunately, we've heard those probably on a weekly basis in the wintertime, where a furnace was bad or there was a house fire. And do you have all the necessary equipment in your house in case there was a fire? Are your smoke detectors ready to go? Have you changed the batteries on them? Do you have a fire extinguisher? Upstairs, downstairs, inside and out, making sure that you've got the availability for that. And then going back to that family plan, if there was a fire in the garage or in the utility room, how would you evacuate your home? So certainly something to consider, at least as part of your family plan. The fifth thing I wanted to share with you is, once you make it out of the disaster situation and everything is safe, how do you recover from that? And that's really talking with your insurance company. Have a conversation with your insurance agent to make sure that you have all the coverage that you would need now, just in case there would be some kind of a natural disaster. One of the things we talk to our clients about quite often is making sure they have the right insurance. Most people in Minnesota do have basements in their homes and with a sump pump. And if there is a power outage and that sump pump goes out, do you have a battery backup for that? And if not, if that fails, do you have a rider on your insurance policy that would cover if there was a flooded basement? So certainly some of those things you want to take into account when you're looking at, unfortunately, some of those circumstances that people across the country are encountering, from, again, the wildfires, hurricanes, flash flooding, blizzards, all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in today. You want to make sure that you are prepared and safe. Anything we can do to help you with your real estate needs, certainly reach out. 651-777-3434. Call, click, connect. We'd love to help you or anyone that you know that might be looking to buy or sell or invest in real estate in 2025. Thanks. Take care. Be safe.